Welcome to Angelo's Tennis, and we're talking about defense here. And this is a good example of how to play defense in tennis. And let's take a look here. We have a match at Penn State University here. We have the Penn State player on the far side. We have Purdue's player here on the near side. The player we're going to look at for defense is the Purdue player coming up. So let me just I'm going to play the point, and then I'm going to run through my perspective on this point and how well the Purdue player plays defense here. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to have my tennis map up here in the corner that I'm going to use as a reference. So we're going to go back here. Let's turn the volume down. So there's a serve. It's going to put him on the defense immediately. Really good return there. So what we're looking at with this defensive return is the ball to be back here in this neutral box near the baseline. So you can see that up here on my tennis map. That's where we're gonna play that first ball. And you can see he gets the second ball, which he's still in the defense, and he plays the second ball there as well. So he did he did the best he could, I think, on that first ball. And then, of course, that's going to give the Penn State player another offensive shot. And then he does a really great job with this ball hitting that target. And it even puts the Penn State player a little bit on the defense. And if you go back and you look at this ball, the way it's hit, it's not hit particularly offensively or hit hard. It's just the way the situation was. It sits very nicely in that target area to give him a chance to get back on offense. So here, still would say he's on the defense with this ball because of where he's at, how the ball's moving, and he's going to play. He could have played back here to this target again, but then he gets a little bit sneaky, and he plays to this side target to set up the cross court. And he sits it there so that the Penn State player really doesn't have any pace. And he gets another one. Now he's in a little bit of a cross court, but you can see he goes back to that target. Even though he's cross court, he's back to this target again. So 3 times so far in this point, he's used this back defensive target really well. He gets a middle ball here, but it was a windy day. You really never know unless you're on the court. But you can see he uses the target again. He must feel like he's still in the defense, and he uses it again for, I don't know what I said, the fourth time. And then again, he hits it again, and this time he's really going to be on the defense. And Penn State player comes to the net. Here he could have made he maybe could have made his shot at playing offense and made a nice pass there, or played like a lower ball at his feet. And you can make arguments that the Penn State player could have ended this point. That's not what we're looking at here. We're looking at the Purdue's mindset, how he's using the court for defense. And then here again, still on the defense, plays to that same target. Back here. And if you run back this point, you can see he's using that target the whole time, no matter what what the Penn State player does. And then he wins the point. So there's the map up there in the corner. That's how you use that target for defense. You know, it looks like there's a lot of chaos going on. The players are doing a lot of different stuff, but mentally, what you can see the Purdue player is doing is he's playing tennis, and he's trying to get the ball back to this target, and he does a pretty good job, and in the end, he wins the point.